We are facing problems of food shortage, we are facing climate change, we are facing a lot of invasion of corporations over the natural resources or territories where natural resources are located and belongs to indigenous peoples. So we believe that Rio Plus 20 should not be a meeting in which they don't address these main concerns of indigenous peoples. We have some messages, some central messages that we have been trying to advocate for Rio Plus 20. And one of the first message is related with the changes that we have since the adoption of the Declaration of Indigenous Peoples' Rights in 2007. Things have changed completely between 1992 and now with those rights recognized in the Declaration. And because of that, we believe that indigenous people should be participating in a different way. We should be on the tables that are discussing and deciding things related with sustainable development. So in the increase of participation of indigenous peoples in the process of Rio Plus 20 has been one of our central message. The other message that we are advocating is related with a fourth pillar of development. Until now, governments only recognize economical, political, and social pillars of development. We believe that culture is a fourth pillar that should be considered. If we look at the things that are affecting sustainability all over the world, they are linked with culture, with cultural values. So this is a central message that we are trying to share. The other message has to do with the right to our land, our territories. We cannot understand sustainable development without the recognition and the exercise of our rights, our collective and individual rights to land and to territory, the control that indigenous people should exercise. And this is something that we believe is linked to the invasion. Sometimes we have to call it invasion of corporations in territories that are owned by indigenous peoples, and the lack of practice of free, prior, and informed consent related with the concessions in our territory. The other message that we are trying to promote in Rio Plus 20 is related to the right to the recognition of our traditional knowledge. This is something that was recognized in 1992, but we haven't seen a lot of change in these 20 years. It is a formal recognition. When you hear conservationists explain about forests or water, they always recognize that indigenous peoples have traditional knowledge. But when they're defining policies, these traditional knowledge are not included, are not recognized. So we